Yay, it's Friday. Teddy Bear's going, yay, it's Friday. Hello. Good morning. It's time for Friday Freebies. We're going to bring back that Freebies that we used to do on Fridays. And I suppose they're joyful, right? Because they're free. Who doesn't like free? Good morning to everybody. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Elizabeth, Ardeen, Betsy, Jamie. Who else do we see here? Elizabeth, I said Elizabeth. Good morning to everyone. And we're going to be working on the freebies today. I thought that we would go to this place. It's not something that people know a lot about, but it's a really great place. It's called Simply Crafty SVGs, and that's their website address, Simply Crafty SVGs, plural. .com. And what I love about this site is that it's mostly all 3D. And so if you have a thing about 3D like I do, this is a great place to go. The other thing is that there's a lot of freebies, and there actually happens to be a lot of patriotic freebies as well. So if you go shopping, you can see here freebies, and they list all of their freebies in here. But they're also listed within, the section that they represent. So, for instance, this here, which is a patriotic hat tea light holder, is free. I own this, as you can see, but you could also find this if you went to 4th of July. Okay, so if you're just focusing on 4th of July freebies right now, which is kind of what we're doing, you can go to the 4th of July and you can see that there are several free things. And this one, that hat, this little star handle box, this mini lantern, and this is also a tea light holder, and then this box, which is what we're going to be working on today. And it's super easy to download these, but you do need to download. So I'm just going to show you really quick. So these are things that I already own. So I'm going to go to a freebie that I don't own so that you can see the whole process. So let's choose this baseball favor bag, right? I'm going to, oh, look at this coffee mug. Let's add that. Okay, we'll do that. And you can add as many as you want. Like, for instance, if we wanted to go back and get all of the freebies, we could do that. Like this one, notepad holder. Let's add that one in. Really cute, lots of freebies here, no purchase necessary, okay? So then when you're going to proceed to checkout, you do need to pretend like you're buying something even though it's free. You don't have to put any payment in there, and I already have an account with them, so I'm just gonna hit place my order. Okay, Laura. Hi, Loretta. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, so nice to see you guys. Getting back on the groove, I think. So anyway, once I've made the purchase, I'm going to download the file. So see down here, there's two here, coffee mug, easel card, .zip, and then notepad holder, 4x6 .zip. So I'm going to hit this download box right here. And I'm sorry to keep going over this, but I think a lot of people don't know how to do this. So I want to make sure that everybody knows how to do it. So once we download, it's on my computer. Whether it's on your computer or your iPad or whatever, you still need to upload it to Design Space. So here you can see I have uploaded those. So I'm going to go over here where it says upload. Right, and you can see I have uploaded a few things here from Simply Crafty SVGs, but just to show you, we're going to go upload that teacup, whatever, download. So I have to go to my downloads file, and my downloads file right now is kind of a mess. So I have to really look through here and find, okay, here is the notepad holder. and I'll go to SVG files, and then you'll see here individual SVGs, but you also have complete files. So I'm going to choose the complete files without the solid score lines, okay? And so I just hit open. It will show me my freebie, and then I'm going to hit upload. And there it is in my recent uploads. So since we're working on Patriotic, I'll also just do these three that were Patriotic, and I've got to bring them into my file, okay? So I got them at Simply Crafty SVGs. Okay, so hi Leilani. Hi Tammy. Hi, Melissa. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so these files, they come in sort of all attached. So here is one file, and here's another, and here's another. So let's just do this one because it seems easiest. But so what we want to do is first ungroup it. Okay, and then we have to look for these dashed cut lines. Those are the score lines, but they're not usually attached. So you have to take that whole piece, and then you come down here, right here, to where there is a paper clip, and you hit attach. Okay, now the reason why you're doing that is you don't want your score lines to appear on a separate mat, because then it's kind of dumb. It won't really work, right? So this here is very simple. It's pretty simple. It's a star box, and it has these little pieces that would go over the front there. Okay, so once I've actually done the score lines and everything, I usually will just group it back together so I know what goes with what. So the same thing with this one, we would unlock or ungroup, and then we'd find the places that have these dotted score lines that we're going to do attached to. And in this case, we're just going to do it. It's just red and blue, you see? And then once I get that done, I group it together, and I move it over so I can work on the next one. And then I do ungroup and make sure that I get those score lines again, and then pull these all together. And this is always good to do before you go ahead to start cutting. And let me show you this one here. So this one is the original. Let's ungroup this. And it has blue, silver, and red, and then it has this box. Well, I looked at it ends up being this. I did all like glitter all around it, right? But it's pretty small. So I thought, well, if I wanted to, for instance, if I was having like a barbecue and I wanted to put the like forks and knives or something in there, I think it would fit better in this larger size. So I'm going to show you how I changed it from this small size to a large size, okay? So this, we'll just hide this because, so this is the original. Okay, and it is going to be made out of white, and then I'm going to choose this glitter. I'm going to choose this silver, and then red and green, not green, red and blue glitter, so that's fine. And then I have all the pieces attached that need to be attached, including this. So now these are all sort of free flowing, so what I want to do is grab them all, and I am going to come up here to align right here, okay? Align center. Now this is really important because if you're changing the size of your project, you have to change all the pieces of the project, or else you're going to drive yourself crazy. So by doing the arrange center, I'm getting all the projects all grouped together in one file, and then I'm going to then group it, and now I can change the size to whatever I want, and all the pieces will change accordingly. So in this particular case, we have an 8.5 inch wide piece, right? So it's 8.5 by 5.5, which is for the small box, right? But we have the capability, if we're not using, for instance, why is this down here? This should be hidden away. If we're using our regular machine or Cricut or whatever, we have the ability to go up to 11.5 inches. Well, actually we can go further than that, but I think 11.5 inches will create a pretty cool box for us. So once I have this box ready to go, what I'm going to do is duplicate it. And that is over here, guys. So we'll duplicate it. That's so that we have the original one. That's one thing I always forget. So duplicate it and hide it. And then go ahead and take at your corner and pull this out. Now, or you can come up here to the sides and do 11.5. 11.5 is the maximum that will go generally for a regular mat. Now, if you wanted to go even bigger, you could use a 12 by 24 inch mat. But to be honest, this doesn't really feel like it needs to be any bigger than this. But you could do it. You just need to be cognizant. So you can do up to 24 inches. However, the opposite thing. So for instance, if I made this 15 inches wide, the height is not quite 10 inches. I can't exceed in height. Whoa, 11.5 inches. All righty. So once we have them, hey, hello, talking here. Remember that? Hey, Teddy. Sorry. It is summertime, which means the door's open, the dogs are standing at the door. So apologize for that. Okay, good morning. The doggies. Yep, it's just Teddy Bear standing by the door. I don't know what he sees. But anyway, so that's how you're going to either make it larger or smaller. You have to do it all at once. Okay, so in this case, I'm setting mine for 11.5. And then when I go to make it, you'll see here that it's just enough. It's just right. Fits on my 12 by 12 mat. And then I also have my silver, my blue, and my red glitter on each individual mat there. And just so that you know, when I first made this, I used paper, which is pretty sturdy for the smaller box. But then I got a little worried because it was going to be a little bit bigger. So I used something called craft board. I'm going to show you what that is. Let's go ahead and come down here so you can see what I've got here. I glued this really quickly today, so I didn't really do the glue on there too well, but I want to show you the craft board. So craft board comes in white, it comes in craft style, and it comes in black. So it's a nice thick board, but it's really beautiful, you know, because it's all white and everything. And it's a nice heavy thing. So that's what I used for it. Just make sure when you're cutting the craft board or even the glitter that you are using the right setting to cut on, because otherwise it might not cut all the way through. And so I'm going to show you how to put together. They're two separate sized ones. So yeah, as I mentioned, let me just move this out of the way. So as I mentioned, this one I did really quickly this morning, and I see that I have there it is. I see that I have a little bit of like lift right here. So I'm going to, in fact, almost the entire piece is coming off. So when you're gluing glitter on glitter, you can end up with some issues. So I would suggest a thicker or stronger glue when you're gluing onto glitter. So there's like 3 layers of glitter here, right there. Okay. So I'm just kind of, and then it looks as if this is not glued on there right. I don't know, was it the last one I did or something? I don't know. All right, so there's our box, which is, I think, very sturdy and would hold your little cutlery very well. Or I was thinking for this box, like let's say you wanted to have balloons or some kind of a tablescape on it, you could use this as the base of the tablescape. Like if you wanted to put like those little balloons or flowers even, you could put it inside a little bit of a jar or something in there. There you go. All right. So let's go ahead and put these together. It's the exact same assembly as as each. They're both the same basically, but one I did with the craft board, and that's the larger one. So I cut out all of these, and you'll see here, there's my silver, there's my red, there's my blue, and I even have a couple leftover stars here that I can find a use for. And so what we're going to do is take and fold everywhere. Now this again is craft board, so remember you've got to fold it at all of the fold lines, and make sure you do it both ways so that it's nice and sturdy as far as being a box. Now before you go ahead and assemble the box, I think it's best to put together the outside. It's always harder. Like, I think in my mind when I first started, I was like, put the box together, and then tried to stick everything on when the box was assembled, and it caused a little bit of problems. So I like to do it this way. So I've got my, oh, wait a second here. What do we got? We got a little bit of an issue. This did not cut right. So let's go ahead and just trim that off. Okay, there we go. So it's going to look like that for two of the sides, and then the other two sides are going to be one red and one blue. Like this. As long as I can find my other piece of blue, wherever that might be. Here it is. Isn't that cute? So it's just a matter of gluing at this point. So I'm just going to glue all these again. And remember, you're gluing onto glitter, which is a little bit difficult to get it to stick. So pay special attention to that effort. I want to say use a little more glue, but you don't want it to come seeping out on the sides like that, because it'll ruin the glitter. So so just try to be just really careful about getting the glue everywhere without too much, you know. And then there we go. Shouldn't do it on top of my project, but okay, so here we go. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, I went this morning to Dreaming Tree, and they just launched a brand new, I think they just launched it, a brand new free gift, and it's all summer stuff. So it's a summer ice cream truck, I think. And then what else is there? There's a card and something else. So of course I had to go buy it, and then I had to get that. Because with Dreaming Tree, when you buy their files, you buy the files, and then you get the free gift. So I basically got 3 new sets of files that I'll be working on this weekend, I guess. And then just so that you know, I feel like I'm back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. So just kind of for your reference. And I think that we'll continue to do that. I like Fridays being for freebies and joyful Fridays, so we're going to keep doing that. I don't know what Mondays will be, but we'll try to do some 3D projects as well, because I just love the 3D projects, and I think it was Cheryl said, I want to do what you want to do, and so I think I like to do some big 3D projects. So there is a lighthouse from Dreaming Tree that I want to do. Now I've already done a lighthouse before, and that was from SVG Cuts, which I really love that lighthouse. But I want to try and see how the other company does the lighthouse, you know. If this is an addictive thing, you know, it's very addictive to do paper crafting. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't ask for any other way to spend my time. Whoops, I lost the blue part. So you see, I'm just sticking there. I just really need to make sure that it's all really stuck there. This obviously didn't stick on right, so I got to put a little bit more. All right. So cute. All right. So you notice that I stuck them all to our craft board. And this one, why am I having trouble with the blue? I don't know. So maybe next week I will take on one of those 3D projects that I just got from Dreaming Tree. So many projects that I want to do, and I feel like this summer is the summer to do them all. I don't know why. Just feel very motivated to do these things this summer. So, okay, so now all 4 things, and it's pretty heavy, by the way. Give it a chance to dry, or else you'll end up like with the situation that I did. So now we're going to turn it over like this, and we're going to fold in this flap, and make sure we can fold it on all the corners, you see. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue here. Now the next step is up to you. If you want to use these over and over, like I know some people said, oh, I keep my decorations, then you don't want to probably do this next step once we get the box together. All right, there we go, just like that. It's dry. So you do not need to do this if you don't want to. You can just fold this up like this and you'd be done with. But because I'm just kind of one that doesn't like loose ends like that, I will put some glue here just to kind of keep everything sort of straight and narrow. And I'll even do it on this. But if you want to keep these for next year, maybe not do the glue. So that way you can fold them flat and you don't have to worry about storage. And that is our large size box. Isn't that great? And we can, and again, we have these 2 little stars. I suppose you could put the stars in here if you wanted to. If you really want to get fancy, it's up to you if you wanted to do that. And it's really nice and sturdy. This is the paper version, and although I'm using nice heavy craft paper, I just was thinking when you make it bigger, you're probably going to put more stuff in there, and I was afraid that it would sort of fall over, and so that's why I chose the craft board. You only keep the set. You're quilting again? Oh my God. Use a pop dot on the star. Okay, let's do that. Where's my pop dots? So we could take and put on this, we could use a pop dot on the star. We may need a little more than just one. Let's put these here. And on this one as well. I don't know what I'm doing for 4th of July. I used to really love to go, you know, and do the fireworks. And we have a lot of fireworks, but we never have fireworks in Peabody. I think it's because we don't have a beach like all the other. Peabody's the only town that really doesn't have a beachfront. And it was kind of funny because I told my son where there is actually a connection to the ocean in Peabody, but it's very elusive. And he actually went there. I'm like, I don't think I would have gone there. That looks cute with the pop dart. But he did, and it's just like a little river bank almost. It's a tidal river in Peabody, but he went nonetheless. All right, so there is our completed little box. Or stones in the bottom. Yes, good idea. Right. You're doing the van today, Renee? I bought that one as well. So let me go back. So for folks who don't know, Oh, you have somebody who was born on 4th of July? That's so nice. Um, okay, so let's go over to my internet, and that's the Simply Crafty SVG. So just this is Dreaming Tree. So I just loved this beautiful gable box that has a beautiful scene, and I'm wondering if you could do the scene for something else, not just the box. And so I definitely bought that. And it also has this really fun, this fun card. You see this card that it looks like it's a shaker card, if you ask me. I don't know. I haven't looked at the file completely, but it does to me look like a shaker card. It says squeeze the day. That's really cool. And of course, the ice cream truck, which is, that's kind of a thing in my neighborhood. I don't know about you guys, but the ice cream man. And it is a box. So I can't wait to do it. Look at this, got wiper blades on it and everything. And then it's got an opening in the back. So it's really cute. So I did get that. And what else did I get? I also got the one, let's see, shop. We'll do shop. And we'll do bundles. I got the one with the groovy, wherever it is. Where's the groovy one? Oh, I also got this. This is the lighthouse. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's the lighthouse. Look at the bottom on there. Really nice. And then what was the other one? The other one was the groovy man. Wherever that may be. I can't seem to find it. But it's like, it's got a van. I know we weren't just looking at it. Maybe it's on. There it is. So this one's got like a TV with the colors. Remember the color screen? And that's a box. And then there's also this VW. What do they call those? Buses, VW bus. And that's a card. And then there's another card with a nice hippie. Where's the hippie? Peace, love, and understanding. All right. So, oh, they do. They buy a lot of. Your husband stands by with the hose. So yeah, I think this would be a fun little project for you to take on for the weekend. Don't forget that Simply Crafty SVGs has quite a few of these freebies that you can have a look at. Just simply go to Freebies and you will see all of the designs. There's 118 different designs here. And obviously, I love this mug easel card. So cute. And there's just something for everybody. And then, of course, our Dreaming Tree folks have free files as well. Like, look at this happy face bag. So we'll need to do that. That's free. And there's a lot of different fun things here. You got the groovy set. All right, we're gonna make that. So that's pretty cool. All right, everybody. I think that's it for me for today. I know it's sort of quick. I haven't told you any story. Well, I'll tell you one story that kind of freaked me out last night. I was sitting here in with Santo, and we were preparing a project that he's working on, and his friend was here, so he was sitting in the den room, which we don't usually open up because it's filled with craft supplies, and I need to go through it. So that's one of my projects. And then so his friend was in there, and Benji went in, and he came out of that room, and he had a dead rat in his mouth. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God. So I guess it's good that it was dead. But the fact that it was in that room, I was like, no, I'm never going in that room. And I talked to my friend Linda, and she was like, her husband's like, you're never going to get rid of the rats. And I'm like, no, I don't mind that they exist. I'm not like, I just don't want them to come in my house. and they seem to be finding a way into my house. And I guess they're called Norway rats. And so they dig tunnels. They dig tunnels and all of that crazy thing. Yeah, so I've got rat issues. Yikes. But anyway, all right. So that's it for me for today. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I am, what are we doing? I'm on this special little crusade with Owen to go to all of our local restaurants that we haven't been able to go to because of the pandemic. So yesterday we went to a really great place downtown called Sugarcane, which they sell like an Asian fusion mix kind of a thing. So that was cool. And where else have we gone? We've gone to a number of places. We went to Bill and Bob's roast beef. That's where he wanted to go. We did that the other day. So I don't know where we're going to go today, but he's like, well, I want to go to Salem. So I'm like, what about lunch? I love lunch. I love doing lunch. So that's good. Yeah, I know he's got. But the thing is about the hole is that there's more than one hole because I have a field stone foundation, which means it's basically big stones that have mortar in between. Now my house is 100 years old, so the mortar is getting old, and someone needs to like repoint it, and he hasn't done that. So I don't know if I need to get somebody in to repoint the entire Fieldstone Foundation or what, but yeah, it's pretty bad. A fondue place? Fondue? We don't have fondue around here. We have something called hot pot, which is like what is it like? It's like dumplings that you cook over heated broth. That's new. I want to go to that. And then there's a Korean barbecue that opened up on Route 1 that I wanted to go to too. So anyway, we'll see. I love to eat. That's a good thing about me. People like with cancer, they're like, oh, they're losing weight. Me, I don't know. I haven't gotten to that place yet. And not that I want to, but I just love food anyway, so it's good for me. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Hi, Bren. Nice to see everybody. Oh, Thai food. Yep. We don't have Southwestern restaurants up here, Loretta. We have generic Mexican restaurants. We don't have like Tex-Mex or that kind of like fusion with Texas. And we don't have that Southwest type of thing, but it's mostly just like let's see, my friend brought me some stuff from Chipotle, and it was like, beef and rice and, that kind of thing, make a burrito type of thing. But we don't have a lot of really, we don't have a lot of ethnic places around here anyway. So authentic. Yeah. It's not really authentic. There was one place that we went to in Salem that was called, I've forgotten what it was called, but it was like the Howling Wolf or something. That was authentic, and they had an open kitchen, and it was really, really good. Yeah. Oh, I love those. I do too as well. All right, you guys, I hope you have a lovely weekend. I will see you again on Monday with another amazing project. And I hope that you'll join me for that. And just stay safe and enjoy the summertime, okay? Love you all. Take care. All right, bye-bye.